Chartist Analyzer Tutorial 1. This tutorial will show you how to use the Chartist Analyzer strategy on TradeStation 9.5. This is a little different than the older version of the TradeStation, so I thought it'd be a good idea to have this tutorial. First thing to do is go ahead and create a couple of charts. I've created an Apple daily chart, and I've created a 5-minute gold chart. After you've created the charts, sometimes it's best to start from scratch, but if you haven't started from scratch and you have a chart, I always like to go and check make sure there's no drawing objects on the charts, and sometimes it could be left over from a prior session. So if you go to your drawing, right click and go to drawing, and then go down to remove drawing objects. As you can tell, there's no drawing objects on these charts, or this chart. So the next thing I like to do is to make sure that I have the drawing toolbar available on the screen. As you can see, it is here, the drawing toolbar. If it's not, you just have to go up under View and go to Toolbars and select Drawing. And as you can tell, it is selected on my screen. So let's go ahead and start placing some buys and sells and exit labels on the Apple chart. So in 9.5, this is another thing: you cannot remain in drawing mode. This is a bug. If you stay or remain in drawing mode, it will not recognize the text labels locations. So let's go ahead and make sure that we are not in drawing mode, or remain in drawing mode. And as you can tell, I'm unchecked here. So I'm not in remain in drawing mode. So let's go ahead and start placing some labels. I'm going to start with some buys here. Let's say we bought here, and remember to use capital letters here. And we're going to make sure your caps lock is on. Mine is on, so I'm going to go ahead and place a B here. Well, you know what? Mine was not on, so let's go ahead and hit caps lock, and let's go ahead and make sure we put a capital B there. Don't put any more spaces, just the one letter. So we've done the B we bought there. You have to click outside of that area, click in the chart, the B stays, go back to your ABC icon or button, and let's go ahead and sell it around here. So put your S. Okay, let's go ahead and let's say we bought it here, so I'm going to click there. Got to go back to my ABC. And this is just a function of it being 9.5. Eventually they should fix this so we can stay in remain in drawing mode, and we can place the buys and sells very easily. This just requires an extra mouse click. So let's go ahead and buy it there, and let's hit this pivot point here. Let's go ahead and sell it. So let's click on the ABC one more time. So let's do sell it. And then let's get out of the trade. And make sure when you place the X for exit, you're not beyond the right side of the chart. You got to be within the body of the chart itself. So let's go back. Let's not go to the very end. Let's go one bar to the left. And to be on the safe side, let's just smudge it back a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and insert the strategy now. Yeah, I blew the chart up so you could see a little bit better. Let's go insert strategy. We're going to pick the Chartist Analyzer, which is right there, and let's see what happens. Well, first off, let's just go ahead and accept all the defaults as they are: false, true, false. Don't worry about that number right now, and hit OK. And we bought where we told it to buy. We sold where we were told it to sell. Bought it where we told it to buy. We sold it, and then we finally exited the trade. So the beauty of this is then you can view the strategy performance report of those few buys and sells that we added on there. Let's see how we did. Hopefully we did okay. Takes just a few moments for this to do the calculations. And so let's look at the equity curve real quick. And there you are. There's the performance of those buys and those sells that we just added. And of course you could put up to 1,000 B's and 1,000 S's and 1,000 X's. That ends tutorial number 1 for the Chartist Analyzer.